Today we are diving deep into the metaphysical principles of the conscious mind. My name is Tarak Uday with Awaken Within, and I've been studying and teaching metaphysics for over a decade now. As always, I want to implore you to not believe anything that you hear in this video. Instead, I encourage you to be open to what you receive and find ways to implement it into your own life to create experiences for yourself so that you can determine and know what is true for yourself. Because the difference between believing something and knowing something is experience, creating an experience for yourself. The more experiences that you create, the more you will not have to rely on believing whether someone or something is true or not, and you can generate your own knowledge and know what truly is true. We will be breaking down a lot about the conscious mind in this video, but you can always get the Structure of the Mind book, which goes even deeper into not just the conscious mind, but all the levels of the mind, all the divisions of the mind, all the powers of the different minds, the different levels of mind, the different dimensions, and it really breaks it all down for you. And be sure to either stay tapped in until the end or go ahead and fast forward to the end when we really break down the power of the conscious mind. So first off, the conscious mind. What is the conscious mind? The conscious mind is the aggressive masculine mind that is born anew every time your physical body is born anew. The conscious mind is the mind that your consciousness uses within this physical body, and the physical body is the vehicle that your consciousness uses within this 3D reality. Now, in order to better understand the conscious mind, we also need to understand the subconscious mind and its relationship to it. The subconscious mind and conscious mind are two halves to a whole. Just as the soul and the physical body are two halves to a whole. Your own soul is your soulmate that you've been searching for. So cultivating a stronger relationship with your subconscious mind will help you to cultivate a stronger relationship with your own soulmate and attract your own soulmate and get closer and have a better relationship with your own soulmate. Now, as I said, the conscious mind is aggressive. The thoughts within the conscious mind are coming in each day, whether you ask them to or not. Those everyday thoughts of your waking life, those are the thoughts of your conscious mind. So if the conscious mind is made up of your daily thoughts, it'll serve you to understand what your thoughts are. Your thoughts are images. An example that I say all the time is think of a balloon. Now, your thoughts of a balloon, it creates an image in your mind. That's why you could comment down below on what color the balloon was that you thought of, because you saw the image of the balloon within your mind. Now I can have you bring that same image. Think of a balloon again. Now think of a blue balloon. Now all of us either already thought of a blue balloon or we thought of a different color and transformed that image as we transformed that thought into a blue balloon. Now turn that balloon into a flower. Now see a tulip. You know, as we change our thoughts, the image within our mind changes and shifts to what we tell it to think of. So our thoughts are images, and this will really help us to break down and understand what's really going on within the conscious mind. Because like communication, for example, as we are communicating, I have images within my mind that I'm using words to describe. You are receiving those words and using them to create an image within your own mind. If we were able to telepathically share images, the words wouldn't be created. And so the thoughts are the images within the conscious mind. Now, through the universal law of duality, there is an aggressive and receptive quality to each division of mind. The three divisions of mind are the conscious mind that we've already spoken of, the subconscious mind that we've already referenced, and the superconscious mind, which is the mind that your spirit uses within the fifth dimension, as the subconscious mind is the mind that your soul uses within the fourth dimension. Each of these three divisions of mind have an aggressive and receptive quality. The aggressive and receptive quality is also known as the purpose and the duty. The purpose is the receptive quality, what it is receiving, and the duty is the aggressive, the action it is taking, the job that it has, the task that it has been given to benefit and aid you. Now, the conscious mind, its job is to create experiences for yourself. You know, your thoughts create your reality. You hear it in every holy scripture and every culture. It is a universal truth. Your thoughts create your reality. The thoughts of the conscious mind, whether they are conscious thoughts or unconscious thoughts, are creating your reality. Now, this creation process happens through the aggressive thoughts of the conscious mind incepting into the womb of the subconscious mind and impregnating the subconscious mind, where it then gestates and forms until it gives birth back out into your physical reality, into an experience that you have, into an individual that you are becoming. But that is the duty of the conscious mind, to create experiences. And so the more energy that you feed to a thought, then the more that thought will be what manifests into your life. As you think, so you become. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. It's in every holy scripture. And so that is why it is important to become more conscious and aware of your thoughts, to practice concentration every single day so that you can become better at identifying your thoughts, identifying a negative, unproductive thought that does not serve you well, so that you can change and transform that into a productive thought and feed more energy into that, because energy flows where your attention goes. What you put your attention on grows. If I remove more and more attention away from what I do not want and feed more and more attention over to what I do want, then I will begin to experience less of what I do not want and more of what I do want. This is because the duty of the conscious mind is to create experience for the self. And it is aggressive because whether we consciously take action or not, these things are going to happen. We are going to create experiences for ourselves. The receptive quality of what we are to receive is the purpose. That is because the purpose is waiting and receptive to our attention to initiate action into it. And the purpose is to take the understandings, the life lessons that we learn from our experiences that we create, and feed them into the soul. Now, the duty, which is creating experiences for ourselves, that's happening no matter what. It's aggressive. The purpose is more receptive. It will only happen if we make it happen, if we fulfill that purpose. So throughout each day, look at what you can learn from the experiences that you just had. And when you get really good at this, you can begin to do that on the forefront. Just like an athlete will reflect on the mistakes and things that they can learn and ways that they can improve from the game that they just had, so you and I can look at the life experiences that we just went through and look at the different mistakes and things that we can learn to become better, to become greater, to build and learn more about understanding what it means to be receptive, understanding what it means to be responsible, understanding what it means to be honest, loyal, faithful, abundant, being a leader, being any and all of these things that we can learn through the life experiences that we are having. Like I said, once we get good at that, then we can start to do that before we have the life experiences. Then we can start cooking in the kitchen, where we can build and engineer our life experiences based off of what we are wanting to learn and understand from life. Maybe I want to learn about leadership. So every single life experience that I go into, I'm going to prepare my mind to identify the ways that I can learn about what leadership truly means and exemplify more of what I'm learning about leadership into my life experiences before I even go in there. On the car ride to work, or in the parking lot before I walk into work, let me shift and shape my mind to be prepared to make sure that my experience, whatever experience I have, is engineered around learning about what it means to be a leader. When I get off of work and then go home, let me, on the car ride home or in the driveway before I walk in the house, let me shift and shape my mind to be in a position to be prepared that as I go into this experience, let me identify ways in which I can further exemplify what it means to be a leader so that I can deepen my understanding of leadership. As I first wake up and get prepared for the day, let me start that experience on whatever it is. As I go to the grocery store, let me make the focus of fulfilling my purpose and what I'm wanting to build and understand about myself, about life, about creation, about the universe. Let me make that the focus before I even go in to the experience. That is a way where you are not just reflecting on what happened and fulfilling your purpose that way, but you are making sure that the purpose that you desire is being fulfilled within every life experience. So like I said, as a reminder, don't just believe these things. Don't just, take these metaphysical concepts and run with them like it's absolute truth just because it resonates within you, or just because you may have heard it or read it somewhere else before. But find ways to put this into practice. Like I said, your thoughts create your reality. Practice concentration every day to become more aware of your thoughts so that you can see, are my thoughts really at the core and the cause of what I'm creating for myself? Start to look at your life experiences and see what there is there to learn from them, and see if you don't feel like there's less mistakes, feel like there's less failures within your life, and you begin to have more gratitude for what occurs within your life. See if that doesn't happen, but see for yourself. So now that we've already established what the conscious mind is, what the purpose of the conscious mind is, and what its duty, what its job, what it's clocked in every day for, let's then get to the power of the conscious mind. And the power of the conscious mind is reasoning. Now, the reasoning mind, a lot of us kind of understand and talk about reasoning and reasoning our way into this. And I have a strong sense of reasoning. But what is reasoning? Reasoning is made up of three keys: your memory, your attention, and your imagination. Your memory, so that you can understand what has occurred within the past. Your attention, so you can understand what is occurring in the present moment. And your imagination, so that you can understand what is possible to occur within the future. So I would also suggest that you practice a memory exercise, practice a concentration exercise, and practice an imagination exercise so you can strengthen these three keys, which will strengthen the power of the conscious mind, which is reasoning, which will strengthen your conscious mind, which will aid you in fulfilling the duty and purpose of the conscious mind. And then you will be more fulfilled through that. So we'll get to some of those exercises in a moment, but let's go deeper into the memory and the imagination and the attention. You see, your memory can serve you very well, as it will aid you in identifying how you can become greater in the present moment. Because here in this 3D reality, it is only three dimensions. I mean, altitude, longitude, and latitude. There's depth here, so that's more greater than the two dimensions, but we are locked in the present moment, which is the fourth dimension. So we are locked in time. So we cannot go and exist within the future. We cannot go and exist within the past without ascending into the fourth dimension with our consciousness to be able to traverse that and get out of the present moment, which we are locked into. So our memory allows us to use our mind to assess what occurred in the past so that it can benefit us in the present. Now, when we start to dwell too long in memory, then we start to generate emotions like grief, sadness, depression, and things. These are just road signs. Like, go watch my video about emotions being road signs and what to do with those. And so those emotions occur when you dwell too long in your memory, too long looking back into the past, and you're pulled away from the present moment and what's occurring now, here and now. But use the power of the memory to be able to identify what you can learn to become greater now. Look at the failures and find ways that you can learn from them, because a failure is only a matter of not learning. Look at the mistakes, turn your L's into lessons. Then you turn them into W's. And so when you do that, then you are mastering the power of your memory to become a strong reasoner, thus further fulfilling the duty and the purpose of the conscious mind. And strengthen your concentration, you become more aware of what's really occurring within your present moment. Not just with what you're seeing, but what you're feeling. Feel the space behind you. Here's one exercise that I really love to do that helps strengthen not just your concentration, but also your awareness. Just continue to put your attention on the space behind you. If you're sitting in a chair, put your attention on the space behind you. If you're standing in a room, put your attention on the space behind you. Do that for a moment now. Just put your attention on the space behind you. Feel the space behind you. If you're a passenger riding in a car or on a bus, feel the space behind your seat. Become fully aware of the present moment. We experience the present moment through our physical senses. So don't just use your eyes. Don't just use your feeling of touch. Use your sense of audio. What are you hearing? What are you tasting? What are you smelling? And not just what are you feeling externally, but what are you feeling internally? What are you feeling energetically? Where is this energy in your body? Truly become present. Use your attention. Your attention is your greatest commodity. So use it, master it. Do not be a slave to wherever the attention wants to go. Learn how to become a master of your attention. No matter who you are, no matter what kind of diagnosis you may have received, you can learn to master your attention. It just takes very regular practice and discipline. And then your imagination. Your imagination allows you to create new images within your mind, to create new thoughts, because a thought is just an image. So your image making ability is your imagination, the nation of images, the collection of images within your mind that you are able to create. This is what separates man from all animals. Not only the ability to have the spoken word, but also which is to invoke vibrations within your environment and changing the environment around you as well as yourself, but also the power of imagination. Animals do not have the power of imagination to create something new. That's why they're so habitual. We are habitual creatures as well, but since we have the power of imagination, we are able to pull ourselves out of these habitual patterns and creating something new for ourselves, becoming someone new. So you can use your imagination to identify what can happen, what is possible to happen within the future. We all create our own reality. So a lot of us, though, we play the what if game the wrong way. Oh, what if this happens? Oh, what if this happens? You need to switch it around and play the what if game to your benefit. What if this manifests for me? What if everything that I desire comes true in an instant? What if it takes a week? What if the best possible outcome in this scenario actually happens? Instead of, man, what if I get fired? What if I lose my job? What if my car breaks down? You know what I mean? What if you get a raise? What if you get a promotion? What, what if you get a new job offer? What if you win a new truck? What if the universe plays in your favor? This is creating new images of what you do want. Remember, energy flows where the attention goes. If this image over here is what you're feeding your energy into, what you're giving your attention to, because energy flows where the attention goes. So whatever you place your attention upon, that's why it's important to control your attention. That is where your energy will flow. And what you put your attention on grows, then that image thought will grow in density and thus manifest in your life. So instead of putting your attention and energy into thoughts and images of what you don't want, whenever you identify, this is why concentration is also important, because it'll help you to gain awareness and identifying, oh, this is negative thinking. This is thoughts of what I do not want. Let me stop that. I tend to burn that image up in flames and then let the ashes fall and then use the ashes to create new images of what I do want. What if this happens for me? What if things turn out exactly like this right now? One exercise that I suggest doing is the 5-day 5-step. There's a PDF free resource in it within the Metaphysical Mastery community. That's also free. For the concentration, I would suggest a Tritaka exercise. You can Google that, or you can become a mentee, and there's a whole entire Keys to Success course that will help you to strengthen your concentration and which will strengthen your attention and strengthen your willpower. And for the imagination, I would suggest practicing visualization every single night. Just like concentration is your ability to control your attention, visualization is your ability to control your imagination. So you can also Google plenty of different visualization exercises, or again, you can become a mentee and get the visualization course, or you can just purchase the courses themselves on their own. But as a mentee, you get all of the free resources that anyone within the Metaphysical Mastery community gets, as well as access to all of the courses that are available, all of the lessons that are available, all of the monthly lives that we do, and access into the podcast that we're going to be starting, where we interpret the mentee's dreams and go really dive deeper into dream interpretation, understanding dreams, and understanding dream scenarios and breaking down the symbols. So that is the video about the conscious mind. Stay tuned as we go deeper into the subconscious mind, the superconscious mind, and the levels within them. As always, I leave you in peace.